What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I have another live trade to go through with you. I was literally one pip away from making £3,000.
No, God! No, God, please!
So this is really frustrating, really annoying, but unfortunately this is part and parcel of trading. So what I'm going to go through with you in this video is how I managed this trade and some of the strategies and techniques you can quickly apply to your own trading strategies. So let's roll the intro. So my name is Pep and I'm here to make you a more confident and better trading using simple techniques and strategies. Now I filmed this trade live for you over a couple of days. So like I said, I'm just going to show you how I managed this trade and how close I was to that £3,000 mark. So let's jump into the video. Okay, what's going on, guys? I currently have a live trade open on pound dollar. So I have a short position open. Not long open this position. I'm going to have to hold this overnight. This is not going to come in over the Asian session. Well, I'm assuming it won't, but you never know. So this is more of a short-term swing trade opportunity. So as you can see here, well, I'm on the weekly time frame at the moment. This is my position, so stop loss here, take profit here. Now this is using a top-down analysis. But let me walk you through the process and why I took this trade. And we'll start on the weekly time frame. So if we look here, we've had a big rejection from this level on the weekly time frame. Again, not much historical data to look at. Acted as support here, support here. That's about it for most recent data. But to be honest, this part of the move is big enough for me to plot a resistance zone in here. Now, in regards to the last 7 to 8 weeks, this is a bearish move here. Buyers have really struggled to gain control. Throughout these weeks, none of the buyers have broken and closed above any of the previous day candles. So, my bias is for more selling pressure. Obvious place for sellers to take price to would be probably around here. So it's acted as resistance here, nearly resistance there. We then broke through, acted as support here. So this is an obvious place for price to gravitate towards. Now look, as you can see from my take profit level, I'm not looking for that kind of move. I only want a small piece of the pie here. And you're going to see that when we drop down through the different time frames. So if we look at the daily time frame, again, we're moving down the time frames. Again, we have this impulse move here. And then look, we've stopped putting in higher highs on the daily time frame. And we started putting in these lower lows here and the higher lows here. So again, I'm still looking for a more of a move to the downside. If we do break below this level here, then we could see price then head towards this weekly support level here. Okay, so dropping down to the 1 hour time frame, I'll show you the setup I took. So you can see we're still continuing to put lower lows in here. Now I've traded this pullback move here, and I'll show you how I plotted in this area. So first obvious place was here. And then if I clone that, here we have, price is slightly choppy. We're moving sideways. So I consider this more of a range, but looking at the overall trend on the weekly and the daily time frame, the higher probability trades are going to be taking short positions, which is why I've entered this trade looking at this resistance level here. So as you can see here, acted as support. We then broke through, acted as resistance here. Again, we acted as resistance. And then as we move back up to this level, looking at this data here, I'm predicting we're going to see another move to the downside. So in regards to confidence, we have our bearish trend on the higher time frames. We've plotted in this resistance level as well. On the 1 hour time frame, we're below the 200 MA as well. So we've broken through the 200 MA, so there's even more confidence that we could be seeing more selling pressure. And then another piece of confluence is a Fibonacci retracement, so swing high to swing low. Just neaten that up. As you can see here, price retraced back to this 382 Fibonacci retracement level. So again, that's even more confluence. So if we look now we have the higher time frame trend analysis. We've dropped down to the hourly. We've got a Fibonacci level. We've got a level of resistance. We're below the 200 MA. So as you can see here, this is how we're building a case to enter a trade. You know, this is all we're doing, is just adding these things up and just giving ourselves an edge in the market. So lastly, the last thing I did was look for an entry signal. So as you can see here, we pulled back up to this resistance level, and then my reason for entry was this bearish engulfing candle here. And I did enter this slightly later than I would have liked. I didn't actually see this until about 3 or 4 hours later, but I still would have, I still got in at a very good price. A 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, that's fine for me with this strategy, as I have an over 65% win rate. So yeah, we're going to see how this plays out. I'll try and keep you updated on this trade as it plays out. At the moment, I expect price to consolidate through the Asian session. So as you can see here, UK time, it is 10 to 8. And yeah, we're going to see how this plays out. Currently down £115, but look, long way to go for this trade. And this is how we make money. If you want to be a profitable trader, you've just got to stick with these things, wait for the trades to play out, and I'm quite happy here, sitting here and making money. So let's see how the trade plays out, and I'll keep you updated.
The next day.
Okay guys, so an update on the pound-dollar trade. Didn't go my way. This is a really frustrating part of trading.
Well, look, I just want to talk about frustrated, okay? Please let me... Oh. All right, let me do this quick.
But again, I stuck with my rules. I stuck with my trading plan. And I didn't move my stop loss or take profit. Now, let me show you what happened with this trade. Now, I think when I last left you, we're in some fairly good profits. I think we were around, I can't even remember now, it was yesterday or the day before. I was up £100, I think it was. I can't remember, but how this trade played out is really unfortunate. So if you remember correctly, obviously you do because you're watching the video as we speak, this level here was my take profit. Now, I actually missed out on a £3,000 trade here. Now, if you look here, what happened, we started putting in this downtrend here. We pulled up, started to get choppy, pulled back up into this level of structure here. And then what I was looking for was this move down, which we got. We had this really nice volatile hour here. See if I zoom in, and look what happened. I literally missed my take profit by 1.2 pips. So really frustrating. Now, the one thing that is part of my trading plan is as soon as I'm 1 pip away from my take profit, I move my stop loss to break even. So my stop loss was up here at, I think it was around the 137 mark, 137.98. I think it was around there. So I would have been stopped out and I would have lost 1.5% of my account. But I moved my stop to break even as soon as I saw this move here and as soon as we were 1 pip away. But look, this is just the reality of trading. I never, if I take profits early, then I know over time I'm not going to be consistent. So yeah, very unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, that's the reality of trading. I had a few profitable trades this week. Not the best week, but most importantly, I'm not down for the week. And yeah, that's the quick update for this trade. So yeah, this is a good learning experience. Like I said, don't move your take profit if you don't need to. And if you want to follow my rules, that is moving your stop loss to break even when you're 1 or 2 pips away, then feel free to go ahead and do that. That's worked really well for me over the test of time during my trading career. So again, I hope this live trade has been useful. If you want me to cover any other topics on the channel, please let me know. And yeah, if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comment section and I'll happily help.